say cheese. We are on camera.
Yes, so.
We are officially live. Good morning, good afternoon. I know Seema's good afternoon. Everybody else, good morning. Bright and early. All right, let's see. Make sure when I'm giving people a few minutes, I want to make sure you guys got your pen and paper, your draft version of growth work, your pads, whatever you need. We got some, get some water, get some movement going. Where Hector's actually going to be taking us in the few minutes. So make sure you get yourself, get some space because we're going to do some movement. Okay, we're going to wake our body up, knock our mind away, and then so that way we can focus and do some work because we need to have our mind to move away a little bit so we can align first so that way we can focus. So great. Let me see if we are having the link inside our live group. Okay.
I'm here off camera doing the stamp timings.
Yes, I just want to make sure all the back end is okay. All right, great. So it looks like I am live. I'm going to drop the link again in case. So if you are at the borderline watching this and you're thinking if you should come or not, that means the answer is yes, regardless you're ready or not. If you listen to your subconscious mind, if you have that thought, that means click that link and join us. There's a reason why you need it, okay? Just in case out there. I can't see you, but you can see me. All right. Let's have Hector take us away, wake us up,
Okay.
and get us ready.
Beautiful. So today we're going to do the 369. All right. We're going to pull in some energies and we're going to pull in our vision to get centered again. But before we start, I just want to share one phrase that I like to use a lot. See, what happens is we get stuck in our mind because of nervousness and anxiety. And because you might think that you're behind, you might think that you're not catching up. But let me tell you, the brain works in an amazing way. Every time you start something new, you get new dendrites, right? Eventually, it just clicks in like a switch. So here's a phrase for you. If you're trying to rationalize your way through this, stop it. You need to feel your way through it. You need to feel your vision, what you're here for, who you're going to help, right? So rationalize is equal to rash of lies. Throw it away. All right, so we're gonna go and we're gonna go into the female energy first. We're going to draw from Mother Earth. We're gonna do three, and then we're gonna go to Father Sun, and we're gonna pull the golden light of energy, and it's gonna come in through our back. It's gonna come here, and it's gonna settle right about the middle of your lower back. Mother Earth, the silver energy that you're gonna pull from the earth, the silver lining comes to the middle, and they both meet here, and then they start to twirl. And then when we get that energy there, we're gonna go into the future, and we're gonna pull in our your future, okay? Not mine. You're going to pull in your vision, your compelling future, and you're going to pull it in. Then you're going to take a breath, a cleansing breath, and then you're just going to settle it out in. In order for you to do this, I need you to participate with every single one of your muscles. So let's go primal, all right? So we got two dolphins come together. They're going to come down, right? And as they go down into the Mother Earth, close to your body, put pressure in your chest, make it nice and tight. Reach down, and you're pulling the weight of the earth. Grab, make a fist down there, squeeze really tight, and bring it up. Bring it up to your chest. Hold it right here, okay? And release. Do again. Bring those two dolphins together. Wrist, wrist, and then push down deep into the earth. Ready? And squeeze your chest. Come on. And breathe out. Pull it up. All the way to the earth. Come on. Up, up. And release. One more time. Ready? Go down deep, nice and soft. When your shoulders reach their limit, now push hard and breathe out. Grab it, bring it up, right here, and release. Ready? Now step into like a tree. You're rooted in the ground. Make pressure on your shoulders. Push up as high as you can. Bring your hands together over your head, palm to palm, like your bicep is touching your ears. Bring it down the middle. Squeeze your palms together really tight right here. And breathe out. Relax. Ready? One more time. Put pressure on your shoulders. Up, like you're stretching a tree. In springtime, reach up, hands together, tight. Bring it down, nice and primal. Hold it tight right here. That's it. And release. One more. Come on up. Push up, push up. Push your shoulders up. Make it tight as high as you can. Palms together. And bring it down. Put pressure on the palms as you bring it down. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Park it right here. Now, breathe in. Relax. Take another deep breath and push your hands forward. Like you're pushing away all the negativity away from you. Ready? Now turn your palms slowly. Keep the pressure. Extension out. Receive your future. Go grab your future. Grab it. That's it. And bring it in nice and tight. Bring it in. Right here. Relax. Ready? Again, reach out. Push away negativity as far as you can, right? And then turn your hands and grab. Bring it in. Stick your chest out. Bring it into your heart center. Last one. Ready? Reach out and let go of all the tension, all your anxiety. Push it away. Turn your hands nice and slowly. Ready? Grab. Like you're taking a train of the future and you're pulling it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Nice and tight. Make your fists hurt. Now, bring your hands together. Relax. Down to your belly. Close your eyes. Take 3 cleansing breaths, which is fill up your lungs. Close your eyes and breathe out. Breathe in through your nose. One more time. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Ready, last breath. Take a deep breath, take a deep breath. Hold, count to 4 in your mind. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. And on the 4th, just breathe out and drop your hands. Let them drop wherever they're gonna drop. Keep your eyes closed. Feel the heat, feel the energy, wherever it is in your body, find it. Can you feel it? Can you feel that sensation? Find it, localize it, and bring it all to that center where your hands used to be, right above the belly button and about 2 inches in. From there, there's this little light that starts to revolve. It's gold and silver and it mixes into one. And now it opens up and spreads through your whole body as healing energy. And open your eyes when you're ready. Okay, question, anybody, I want to put in the text, do you feel anything different? I'll tell you what I feel as you're texting. I feel sweat rolling around the sockets of my eyes. I feel heat around my ears. I feel this gentle energy that rolls on my shoulders. I feel it in my elbows, and my hands are tingling with energy. Now, you don't have to feel all of those. Some people feel cold, some people feel heat. Some people just feel like this tickling sensation across their skin. Whatever you feel is right. Just feel this moment. Hold it as you listen to the lesson because you've already grabbed your future. You've already connected male and female, nothing to fight about. You are neutral right now, and they are all yours. I feel alive, somebody says. Beautiful.
Thank you, Hector.
Thank you, Brent.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Hector. So now you got your mind, your body, and emotion aligned. It's time to pull up your growth work, folks. All right, great work. So I'm really appreciative you guys are going through this process with me. at the same time, you guys are driving us to providing more. You're the reason why we're working so hard for, because you're committed to your success. And then, like what we always share with you guys, your success is our success. So to see you guys are committed to the work, it drives us to want to even provide to you guys even more to deliver the result, because we can't wait to see you flourish. So that's why I'm willing to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and get ready for you guys, go through my incantation. As you know, I don't know if you guys already been through Tony's program. You know, the morning routine is one of the crucial moments every single day. It is trained our mind, body to begin the work. So that's how we're able to push through the overwhelm. And that's how Tony did what he did every single day, is that incantation to help him do what he does. So we're not any difference. If Tony has to do that every single day, don't you think we should have our own incantation routine, morning routine, put our body, mind, and emotion aligned, demand to command us to do the work that we set up to do, because that is our why. Our why is our must. Okay, so that you're committed, so I'm committed to help you. So today, as you know, on Sunday, might have talked. You go really quick on during the breakout room that you have shared the step of your framework, and we turn that step. We just grab one step, we turn into a question to help you start generating the marketing content. So we got to have some idea. So we take that questions and turn it into a headline. And from the headline, then we can use our chat GPT, the AI to help us create the marketing content. So the marketing content is the part most people are afraid of. But since you got an AI to help you, our work has been being shaped away by the AI for 2/3. So we only really need to get clear is, make sure I think I have been cleaned up quite a few of your step of a framework. So you should have at least a pretty good idea, maybe not perfect or anything, but as you know, there's no such a thing for perfection, right? So you just want to grab what you got, and then you're just going to keep tweaking as you go. So you grab the step of a framework that you have, if you have written on paper or whatever, and then you just want to have that ready, because when I am having you guys going through this process, then you're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to grab the framework, one step that you want to talk about, and then we were going to collectively come up with the questions in the chat. So that way, and then we can save the chat. So that way we can copy and paste those questions for you to use later on. And so that way either Lucy can type fast enough, or you guys can type it in the chat, so to help us gather those questions. So I'm going to be doing the hot coaching style. As you guys know, you do the group exercise. So I want to make sure I can tackle as many people as possible today. Then we can, now we can all focus on one another, helping each other to finish the question. We'll come up with a headline, okay? And then I also need to have covered the very last component is, where do I store my marketing content? And that is the part I want to spend about the last 5 to 10 minutes or so to share that part with you. So I'm sure Lucy is going to be my eyes and ears, and then she's going to be my bell, I should say. She's going to call me on it and remind me to wrap it up on the coaching side of it, so I can tap into this last part. Right, Lucy?
Yes,
I'm making you
absolutely.
coffee, right? Okay, good.
Absolutely. I
Right.
can't type fast enough, but I'm going like hell. Thank you.
Great. All right. So let me close out all my unnecessary program. I'm going to share the growth work with you. So how many of you have already gone through the growth work video that have seen the example I put in there? I got one hand. Okay. So that tells me I should share that with you again. So just in case you have idea what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second. Let me pull out the growth work. Okay, so I share with you guys an example so you can see how that start from finish. So the growth work video
Let me see if I can load it. Not quick enough. You would think people are not awake here to use the internet, but apparently it's a little bit on the slower side. Are you guys able to see the growth work Google Sheet that I have on the screen? Okay, hear you guys. I'm probably you had to make some sound. EIA? Or can you guys see the growth work?
Yes, we see it.
Thank you. Great. So, so I put on the step of the framework as one example. We did not, of course, we provide an example for you guys from one of our past, students. There actually it is Elizabeth forgiveness program. So we also have providing the health, because I know quite a few of you are in the health industry. So that will be a good idea to provide this as an example. I don't know if this is big enough, because I know sometimes the screen is too small for you guys to see. Can you guys see? Do I have a thumb? Okay, great. So basically, when we're talking about the step of the framework, is really just like, what do you take people from? What's the first step they need to do? As soon as it, like, get out of bed, what do they do first? Or what is the next thing they need to take to get to the end of the result, the framework that you develop at the end of the result. So that's why you want to start, if you have already a rough idea, you just clean it up and just make sure whatever the step that you're providing is the next logical step, one step after the other, and that's your program. You have them follow to get to the end result. And then I also have provide some of the questions here is really coming from, okay, the step 2 of this framework, manage the portion of food and make smart choices about the snacks. So then you turn it to, okay, snacks. Okay, so this question is about snacks. And it also talk about food. So what kind of idea do I have? What are my food choices? What would be the right portion, right, of the food for me? And then since we're talking about choice of snack, what are my choices of healthy snack, and how much can I eat throughout the day? That would determine, the goal that you're reaching. So that is how you can use this example, the step 2, and the step 3. I just also grab one of a example here. The step 3 is stay hydrated throughout the day. Oh, sorry, not step 3. I should say that's a step 4. Okay, all right, I'll fix it here. Okay, so step 4, so that would be the physical, become physical active and switch the workout routine. So then, of course, you're using that step of your framework, assuming that's your step of framework, and you come up, okay, since we're talking about workout, right? And then we'll just say, well, what type of workout is most effective with weight loss, since, the goal is to have for the weight loss. And then when would be the best time to work out? Because sometimes people have more energy in the morning and less energy in the evening. And for how long? How long do I have to work out to have that effect that I will lose my weight? And then when would be the good time to switch to the workout routine, so your body is not attached to a certain routine to the point where it doesn't really burn any calorie anymore. So you need to confuse your body a little bit to make sure your burning calories still work. So that's kind of how we are able to turn those steps into the questions, and then how to turn the questions into headline. And then I'll grab one of is a healthy snack. So I just grab one of the questions from the healthy snack here. What are my choices of healthy snack, and how much can I eat throughout the day? So this is how I grab this question from one of my step 2 question. And then I just mimic. You can technically, since you guys just starting out, just mimic the same formula. The most effective healthy snack, see, I'm using the same thing. The most effective forgiveness technique, I just use the same formula. You can do the same thing since you just start practicing. The most effective healthy snack choices, you can eat all day without stress of gaining weight. And then you can follow the same thing. The simplest, forgiveness technique, I just follow the same thing. The simplest healthy snack choices list allow me to stay healthy and increase my energy level. So that has become the headline of your post. You can call that as a hook, because that's get people to read. Okay. And then, of course, we have shared that with you in the Sunday mastermind. You turn that into before you post. You want to have 4 purpose in mind. Is your post, do you want to educate? Do you want to entertain your client? Or is to strike their emotion? Or is create that united with them the common enemy or a problem they all facing? So, and that's kind of how, once you have decided this, you can use the AI to help you create this. You have them finish this part. So this is actually a big chunk of this. This is the biggest part that people are afraid of usually to do it. But once you have a clarity of the first 3, your step, and then your questions for each framework, and you'll be able to turn in the headline, then you're pretty much all set to create your marketing content. I just want to make sure this part of the step is clear before we go to see what we're doing today.
So are there any questions?
Okay. Are you guys still waking up, or should you grab? Okay, well, good. All right. So now who would like to play?
Hey,
Who would like to be the first one to play? Georgia.
no, she gets to do the work for you.
That's right. So let me grab a pen and paper. Unless you have posted your growth work in the launch lab, I haven't seen. I only see
No, I
Doreen,
haven't.
the one that I have to look at them. Doreen's growth work.
I
Uh,
reposted it this morning.
Oh, you
Straight up.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, you straight
Yeah.
up? Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Sorry.
So, no, no worry. I was just picking on you. So a lot of time you probably want to zoom in a little bit. Sometimes I have to zoom up to the maximum to kind of see, but once it gets so maximum, the words become blurry. So I kind of had to guess from there. The best way is type, but if you doesn't know how to do that, don't worry about it. I'll make it work. I'd rather you to see you guys post something than nothing. Okay, so don't let the technology be the way to stop you from showing your work. So all right, so I'll go with Georgia. What would be the step of your framework? I think we have talked about in the past, but just
Okay,
remind.
so I have it. I have the first step is increase your confidence with English.
How do we do that?
Second step,
Oh, increase confidence
oh,
English. Okay, so that will be your mindset part of it, correct?
increase. Yeah, okay. The second part is improve. There will be techniques or tools that make your English clear and easier to understand.
Okay.
And the third step is implement and interact.
Implement,
Learn and practice
interact.
speaking.
Athena, there's a question for Magda before you go on. Excuse me for interrupting, Georgia.
That's okay. That's
Magda
okay.
wants to know if we can point her to where the PDF is so she can fill it up.
Yes, that will be your launch lab course group.
So should we go to that?
Yes, that's where every time before we start our Sunday session, usually that is where you should go first before you join the Sunday session. So I will drop a link really quick to let you know, in case you don't know where the growth work, not growth work, the launch up pre-shop course group is at. So let me grab it really quick and I'll put it in the chat. So you want to go to guide, and then we are in session 5 now. So you want to go to guides, and I believe that will be under guide 2. And then you should be able to see the pre-recorded video Mike did on the content map. And then you'll see growth work number 5 video. And then you also see the growth work number 5 sheet. Actually, let me just,
So it's the sheet that you want, Magda, right?
yeah, every time when we ask you guys to do the growth work, it's always here under the Launch Lab Pre-Shop course. This group, this is where all your pre-training before you join the Sunday mastermind session. So now we are in guide 2, since this is where the session 5 is. So that's why every Sunday before Sunday, Mike will send you the reminder of watching this video or whatever the week that is. this week happened to be Sunday would be session 5. And then between the Sunday to Tuesday, or if you happen to do it before Sunday, then some of you already get your growth word number 5 done by watching the video I did. And then you'll try to do the growth work number 5 worksheet before Tuesday. So that way you have the draft version ready. The reason why I know, even though you guys can technically just come into the session and do the work together, but for you to get the maximum result, you always want to be the one to try it first. So you know what is your blockage. Because
Athena, Magda wants to know how she can type in. She can't type in on the sheet, right?
Magda, have you
So,
got
is that
Mac?
okay? This is will.
She has a Mac, yes, she has a
I
Mac.
will.
Yeah,
I will
Magda, I
accept-
have it in Pages. I transport it to Pages and I can write in its normal way. Yeah.
Yeah, if so, those will be great Q&A questions, so that we can answer that during the Q&A. Okay, and then also we have the tech, Canva, tech. You know, those kind of tech questions or Facebook tech question. We will have a session today at 12 p.m. PST. And also, if you didn't get an answer, you know, there's another session from Patty tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. PST. So those questions that you're asking, the tech navigation, it would be the good time to come into those together.
Can I just make a comment there? Because I did bring it up with Patty, and the fillable one, the problem is, and I don't have a Mac and I don't have the Pro with Adobe, so you can't type the whole thing in. You can only type one line, then you have to print it off and handwrite the rest.
Okay, so if that's the case, type in the group Q&A. I will answer that on the, because I know on Thursday Q&A, I hardly ever get anybody that is coming working that late. If you want to have all your questions that you try to figure out how it's, you know, why is that working, you know, I'd be more than happy to help you
Okay.
figure that part out, or I can, you know, do the recorded video, whatever. But I just need to know that is the issue.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have no idea that's what you guys.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry, Georgia, again.
Okay.
No, just don't worry. That's fine. I
Okay. All right.
fully understand. I will ask
right.
myself if I wouldn't have known.
Okay, so the last part is an implementation. So and the interact, correct?
Implement and interact, yeah.
Okay, great. So if we're gonna extract one questions out of this one step of which one do you want us to work on? Increase, improve, or implement? We'll grab one.
No, well, middle one, improve.
Improve? Okay, improve. So improve, that will be a technique and tools that will help people easy to understand the English that you said, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then what was the question that you have gathered during the Sunday's Mastermind Q&A? Then that will be our starter, and everybody else can typing in the chat to help Georgia. We can come up a few, and then so that way Georgia can turn that into the headline. So why don't you tell us what do you get? What did you get during the Sunday Mastermind?
Just a question.
Yes, just the question.
Yeah. Why do I need to learn anything? Because I already I speak English, so why do I need to learn anything?
Okay, so that was one of the questions. Okay, so so for you, your avatar is people are English is a second language, correct?
Yes, definitely, yeah.
And I would like to have that for people that English is second language to pitch in to because you know the challenge when you are when you're marketing your program out there on the social media. What is the inner challenge that you face? So that way we can help Georgia develop the program, because this is the only people that if your English is a second language, then you're in a different country, or you know whatever the country the language you speak and you live in a different country, you know that second language is sometimes it could be a challenge for you to you know be out there in the business world. What would be the question you would like to ask Georgia? We'll give you time to think about. So the technique and tool to easy to understand. What are the tools are you teaching?
Oh, well, in the free program, I chose only two. One is to help with the questions, specifically open questions, because
Okay.
that's what we need, how to create open questions.
What are the open questions?
Sorry?
What are the open questions?
Open questions are questions where you use what, how, when, which you have to answer with the sentence, not with yes or no.
Okay.
Yes, no questions are close questions. And if you hear twice, 3 times no, that's the conversation is all over, usually.
So what are the
You want to avoid this type of questions.
okay? So you said using a tagging tool, easy to understand. What is considered the easy to understand method when speaking?
I mean, like to be understood by others. To speak the way that other people understand what we are saying.
So what
Because
would
each language, whatever language you speak, whatever
Mhm.
language is your first language, it's you always think different way in your own language than you think in the second language.
okay? So if we're thinking about let me see, in terms of questions. So I was just thinking about the what are the techniques and tools? So that could be possibly one of the questions. What are the techniques and tools to help easy to understand? And then what else? I guess how does the who, what, why, how, or whatever that the opening questions uh, would be effective tools in business. I'm just thinking out loud to see if there's anybody has other type of questions.
Well, because as I said, if you ask question which where the answer is yes and no, you want to avoid this type of questions because you want
We're
to
just
keep the
generating the
conversation
question.
going.
We're just generating the type of question that
Yeah.
people could use. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So so who what okay. So let's see. So people to understand. So how are we because I know one of the challenges I had in the past was the accent. So how do I make, even though I use the tools like who, what, why, how to make it easier to understand, but how can I have people understand my English, even I have a strong accent?
What does have to do with questions?
Well, I'm just saying out loud.
No.
because
I'm asking. I'm just.
because that would be part of the easy to understand, right?
To be easier to understand. Okay. Just one answer would be just try to make sure that you speak slower. That's the simplest part.
That's that's what that's why I'm asking what I ask, because a
Yeah.
lot of time easy to understand is sometimes I talk fast too. When I talk fast, people just smile and they don't get what I'm fucking talking about. Or just
Don't worry, I know that one as well.
yeah, exactly. So that could be one of the thing most people are afraid to let people know, but they don't. So okay, so of course your post could be something talking about slowing down, blah blah blah, right? So that is that would be one of the questions I have.
Yep.
And also let me think. Do anybody have
Hey, yeah, hey, Athena, I have something about that. In my
Mhm.
community, my elders would not speak the English language, and then they made us, the younger generation, be their
Mhm.
translators, right? But it's because they would speak it English, and sometimes I'm like, man, my grandmother can speak real good English. What's her problem? It's because they have, and I think this is common to everybody who's using a second language, is that they are ashamed or embarrassed to make mistakes. And the only way you learn to speak the language is to dare to step out there and just make those mistakes and have fun with it, right? So you could say a good article would be, did you know that this is common among all English speakers that use English as a second language? Everybody has the same issue, regardless of what language they're coming from. So
Yeah.
that's a thought.
Yes, this
So
is
how to use your daughters and sons to help you come up with the easy words that you can use? That's your question. We're talking about question right now. So that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
We need somebody to give us some idea. I mean, I'm working at freaking 4 o'clock in the morning, so my brain is not quite awake yet. So we can also, using other people, your idea can kind of help us spark, some of the questions that we can't think of. Okay, so yeah, that's true. How can I we use our son? Okay, so a family member. I'm just saying daughter and son, but the family member to help us
Yes,
to communicate,
that's right.
come up with
Okay.
easy questions or easy words to use, and that is
Mhm.
effective. Okay, so then we base on one of the questions that we have is how can we use our daughter and son to help us speak better. So the simplest word, I personally would say come up with the simplest words to use that's most effective.
Yep.
Sometimes I don't know if you have seen. I know I helped my mom in the past when they come visit me in the U.S. We'll write down certain, like of course our address and things like that. But if they try to get in a taxi, at the time it's taxi, there's no Uber. We're just writing the words. They just have to show it to them. Simple words.
Yeah.
Get me to this, then the address, with simple words, right? So I would say the simplest, what do you call it? We can follow exactly the same formula that we share here I just want to make sure that we are using as simple as possible. As right now, we're just doing the growth work. Of course, this is not going to be necessarily your final version of whatever you put on media. We can use the effective words, the simple words that you can use to communicate
Mm-hmm.
with your doctor or whatever, right? Because most people when they're elderly, they're going to see a doctor and they usually like to take their kids with them to help them translate.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So
I think that's a good question that Magda does have, did you know that your young child doing homework with your young child can help you learn English? That's a good question too.
Okay. So, okay. So how?
Of course, that's a yes or no answer question. So we have to rephrase it somehow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how helping the young children help you learn English?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how helping them? Okay. How is helping your yeah. So at least as you can see, our English can be worded in the right grammar and all that. But how's helping the young children can help English, and then the simplest homework that you can help with is prepare them for whatever, right? So you just whatever that you can turn those questions using the framework that we have here to start is the most effective, whatever, the simplest whatever to help you speak better.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you want to turn that into is just using that, the most effective way of the words that will get you cross town from A to Z, or to have you get into from your home to the doctor, or the most simplest way to help you learn English is to learning with your young children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As you can see, like I said, we don't want you to really necessarily reinventing the wheel. Just use the same headline and then turn that into your to question to the headline. So that's
Yes.
really all you need.
we're going to just practice this like that. Whatever your framework is, let's just practice. The most effective way is what? The simplest way is what of your framework.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Would that work?
Yes.
Perfect. Great. So
Thank you.
great. Thank you for the warm up. So you helped me warm my brain up. I can take the next the next student. Like we like to try the question. See, I'm not really a question person the first thing in the morning, so it is a challenge for me, right? And I'm facing it. It's okay. So my brain's a little slow in the morning, but with the stimulant from the everyone's contributing, we eventually come up with something, right? It's all about try and error.
I'll go.
Great.
Doreen is volunteering.
Awesome.
All right. So what are we doing now?
What are we doing?
No, well, what do you, well, I have it, but I just,
No, I don't know. Let me pull out the work, the growth work. So first we're gonna be finalize, well, your step of a framework. Let's just get your step down.
okay,
We'll grab one step. How's that?
sure.
So what are the steps?
Connect and bring with you to my workshop a favorite picture of yourself when you had the hair that you loved and felt like yourself.
So it's kind of like connect with your inner
Yeah,
beautiful version of yourself, correct?
correct.
If I want to simplify it, yeah,
Yep.
just for understanding, connect your inner beauty.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second part is the second step.
Yep. If you have a wig already, because ideally, I'm thinking that they've already seen the welcome video and I've given them their free PDF on how to select, how to purchase a wig. So ideally, bring that wig or wigs with them to the workshop.
Okay, so you're not gonna help them with the selecting process?
Yeah, and then I put, if you don't happen to have a wig yet, it's okay. We can go over how to pick one.
Okay, to me though, I'm not gonna lie. When I was in my 30s, selecting wig process is I wouldn't say it's a long process, but it was a process for me to find the right type, right price range, and it's not gonna,
Right, but all of that, I've had videos and stuff before that, so they should have seen that.
Well, just like our video, we have provided
Uh-huh.
session 5 to you guys, or whatever, any session that we have pre-recorded video, while we're still doing a Sunday session to diving deeper on that. Is for that
Okay.
reason, because people don't always get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I put, if you don't happen to have a wig yet, it's okay. We can go over how to pick one.
I personally, I don't know. It just for me though, I would like to see how you, because people like to be.
Right, and
personal.
Patty brought up a question earlier to me that I didn't see till this morning. She went into something about lace front wig and all that, and my response to her was, I don't even get that technical about the wig. Okay, I can't explain to you about the difference between different types of wigs. All I do, how I operate, is I'm looking at that wig and going, how is that wig going to make me feel wearing it?
Okay.
Because I can work with any type of wig and teach someone how to work with any type of wig, even if it's too big. If I buy a wig, but I absolutely love how it feels on me, but it's too big for my head, you can bet your booty I'm going to figure out how to put extra pins and stuff on it because it makes me feel great.
Okay, so to me, even though it's a different angle, it is a selection process of the week, because you're going to help them choose what they feel good. Because a lot of time people will go in their head, they think that's not going to be good enough for them. So to me,
Okay.
I personally would like you to be part of this, because what if I talk myself down and say that's not good enough for me, but that's exactly what I need that week
Okay.
to help me feel
All right.
confident and
Okay.
beautiful. So so that is, so that would be my question. How do I pick the wig that will make me look beautiful? So that'll be my question to you.
Right, and I have the answer for that. So when you're looking at the wigs,
Well, I'm just
I just
creating a
happen to have a
question right now.
printout right
Hold
here.
on. Hold on, hold
Okay.
on. Don't jump there. I'm just helping you create a question right now. I
Okay,
know you
okay.
guys always want to jump right into the answer because I know it's your program, it's your passion. So I get it. So we just want to. So Heather, you have something to contribute to helping with the. Do you want a week, or do you have questions? About the week? How do I pick the week that make me feel beautiful? Yes, that's what my questions that come up. Since I have a question that pop up, I'm gonna just have that question is put in down. Because since we're
Okay.
talking about this, so so what's the last step?
Well, okay. If you do have any hair, you can use whatever makes you feel comfortable to secure it. Like I don't have that much hair, so I have one long, like it's about this long. It's a bendy barrette.
Mhm.
So I just take what hair I do have and I put it in there and then clasp it flat to my head. So
So that's
everybody,
your technique.
yeah, that's my tech, but I
Oh.
don't have that much hair. So some people may have no hair at all, and that's fine. And some people may have a little bit more hair than I do. So they can use bobby pins or whatever makes them feel comfortable is my
Okay, so the
answer.
framework of this, well, I'm not talking about this, the detail. So if we're talking about the framework with this, is how do you comfortably to secure your
Sure,
thin
yeah.
hair
Yeah.
and feel yes, to your thin hair with the wig that
Yes.
your
Yes.
choice,
Yeah.
right? So we need a simple because as you can see, if even in the book you don't see their chapters, the headline chapter
Right.
is lengthy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why we want to start thinking about, okay, how do I,
Chop it down.
chop it
Right.
down to be concise based on the keywords that you use. I heard comfortable, I heard secure, and to me it's a technique. So and also of course your advertise thin hair, that people have thin hair, how to secure their thin hair, comfortable with the wig, that
Mhm.
whatever that, of course we can pretty up later on. So so which step would you like to pick? I know I have given you a question on the second one, but you can feel free to pick one step that you would like our help the most to bring up the questions. And
Okay,
if you could
probably
type in the chat.
the second one about how,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, if you guys could, if you haven't raised your hand, it's something that you can share in the chat. So that way, Doreen can collect those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know when you said it in the live session, uh, she seriously had to go back to this particular moment to see what question you ask. So if you can just share the question that you come up in the chat, that would be much appreciated. Okay, so we got quite a few. How to make your own hair help make your wig more beautiful? How do you comfortably use your own hair to make your wig more beautiful? How to make your thin hair work the best? Okay, so this is just a framework. Okay. Doreen beat me to the next. Oh, okay. So why don't we? So basically, yeah. I personally, what color of the wig that show my complexion well? That's one of my questions. What would be? I know I have thin hair, so what would be the right thickness that would fit my face frame? That's the second question I have. What else? Anybody that had played with a wig before or pretend at least playing around with a wig? Okay. So how to so say that part the question one more time. So how do you pick the wig that make you feel beautiful? Correct? That was the second step.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else want to think about the wig for a moment here? We're talking about color.
I
We're
have
talking
a
about
question.
the thickness. What are the
Magda-
thickness? Oh,
Magda has a
Magda?
question. Magda.
I live in hot climate. How I can wear wig and is some damn hot in that?
That's right.
Okay.
Lucy will help us type it down. How do I deal with the itchiness?
There is no itchiness now.
No?
The technology in wigs is so wonderful now. Like you just, even from when I first started wearing them 20 years ago. So like the hotness is just something I deal with because I know I can't take my wig off. I am not going to let anybody see what goes on, okay, underneath my wig, because they would get sick. Okay, so the hotness, yes, you sweat. Like when I'm in the kitchen and it's, 1,000 degrees in there, or like 1,000 degrees and I'm waiting on tables, you put it out of your mind and you just get
Okay.
used to it.
Okay,
There's a
so
good
those
question
are
from
gonna
Emma.
be your would be your content, but we just want to, like I said, those are the question your ideal client is gonna ask.
Mhm.
Okay, so basically that would be your marketing content. So that's great question from Seema. How
Seema.
to
Oh,
do
yeah.
when
Yeah,
doing
same thing. When
splits.
I do my power walking, I have a short wig that I put on with a bandana that goes across to keep it on. Doesn't matter. You just let the sweat roll off. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Well, at least you got you
Yeah.
got a few questions to work with.
Yeah.
You know that's what people have it on their mind when
Yeah.
they are thinking about week. So can you
Yeah.
swing with a week? See, that's
Oh.
another good question.
Oh, that I don't know. I've never done.
I would worry if I bent over, if the wig would fall off. I'd really worry about that a lot. I mean,
No. They have this new technology where you don't even have to wear a wig cap anymore.
That
It slides
is
right on.
the question though. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a
Yeah.
great
that's a
question.
question.
Lucy, you want to put that in? That's a great question for people. For how do I how exactly do I wear so people don't see the line of my wig or whatever
Mhm.
people don't want people to see, right? It's like, is there any way the wind blow they're gonna see the line
No.
of my wig
Nope.
or any
Actors and actresses have been wearing wigs for years. You do see they wouldn't be put, when you look at them in movies, you don't see their stuff.
so that's those are the great marketing content. So because those are the people that are concerning bend over my wig fall off. Great. So and then the simplest way to keep your wig intact when is what the wind is running 60 miles an hour and your hair still perfectly fit on your hair. That could be turned into kind of like a hook. We'll follow the same format, right? The most effective way to keep your wig intact on top of your hair, even as blowing 100 miles an hour of wind. I don't know. You probably, but you know what I'm saying? It's a hook. That this is what we call entertain.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
make a video out of that. Is it happening to you? You can use your hair dryer or your fan and let it blow and have your wig blow crazy. And then, it could be one of your video content, just
Mhm.
it's a part of the entertainment, making fun
Would
of
make
that.
a great reel, actually, with the
Yeah.
Exactly.
blower.
Yeah. Once I learned how to do it, yep.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
So
It's coming up.
I know.
So that is one of the idea you can use based on those keywords that people are using. The simplest way the simplest way to keep the hair intact, or when you're swimming, I don't know yet, but how the simplest way to deal with the sweat or when you're doing the sports and how to keep your wig intact. Things like that you can using the headline that we have provided here. Just play it out. The most effective way to do what? The simplest way to wear your wig is doing what without feeling the sweat or feeling comfortable and comfortable and secure. Whatever that is, you just fill in the blank. In
All right.
that
Thank you,
question.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah. That was fun.
Great. All right. So 4 minutes. I'm sure if you guys have a clear framework, I can take the people that you already have a clear framework. So that way I can finish, help you within a few minutes so we can come up with some questions. I heard Brian, you'd like to go next, right?
We have another 4 minutes, so we have time, I think, to.
Yes, we can
Sure.
run it. Yeah.
So I'm turning questions into content headlines. And one of my,
The
I'm
step-
taking 3 steps to
Three steps.
prevent your next stroke.
Okay,
And
three steps.
And I have 1, reduce your alcohol consumption, 2, monitor your blood pressure, or 3, move your body every day. So the questions for the move your body, I had what is sufficient to qualify as a movement? Can walking qualify as a movement? Can stretching for 5 minutes several times a day be a movement? And so I took 2 questions and I said, can you use your daily walk with your dog to qualify as movement and reduce your risk of having another stroke?
Okay, so how long would I, you say the body movement every day?
Yes.
So, okay. So yeah, personally, I would think about would 30 minutes a day would be enough, or do I need to, or how, like, because I have to think about those customers I have helped in the past. They also had a stroke. I was helping the doctor, and then some of the questions they were asking was, can I walk? Would walking around my living room would be enough? Yeah, they always like to cut corner. Okay, let me think. Well, other question they like ask me. So does that have to be every day, or could I just be 3 times a day, an equal amount of how many hours you say? If you say 30 minutes a day, could I just do 3 times a day, but on a longer walk, as like 1 hour each, instead of every day?
Well,
that
I
that would
would,
be that's usually the question they ask to the doctor.
sure.
Okay.
And I'm attempting to stress you have to move every day.
Okay.
So
So what?
people don't think, what do I do? Something that's movements. For example, making a meal is a movement. You're making you're making the meal. Maybe it's a easy meal. Maybe it's a more complicated meal, but it's movement.
So what would be this? What would be the safest exercise that I can do daily?
Walk.
Besides walking, is there anything else I can do?
The other thing you can do is stretch. And I know we don't often think of that, but touch your toes. That's movement.
Okay. Great. So that would be. Anybody else have? Oh, I have to roll down. Otherwise, you'll see in the week. Does anybody else have a question?
Seema has a question, how to ask family members to support me.
Sure.
Okay.
And the other thing, I know we don't have the time to talk with it now, but I attempted to join the open, whatever it is, open API or whatever, and it wouldn't let me. So has anybody done that? And how do they do that?
API, I'm not sure.
I have done that. You have to open an account.
I did. I tried to, and I was doing that. I put my email and my password, and then it didn't like that. And now I can't get. I tried another email to join. Still, it freezes on my screen. I just wondered if anybody else had that.
I didn't have that problem.
Okay.
I'm very techie, but so what kind of computer do you have? Do you have an Android?
PC.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you bring it. I'm sure not. If we're not be able to answer here during the growth work, maybe one of the Mike or Aiden, or tech session is what today we have one at 12. I think even though Vlad is on Canva and copy, I think he's
He can
also
find out for you.
Yeah, he can find out, or even Patty. Make sure if there's anything related to tech and Vlad and they're
Actually, Brent, it would be really good to ask the question in the Q&A, because Mike has brought up this chat, and so has Athena. several times so people are aware of it. So that's a good question to
That's
ask.
where we always look first before anything else. So
Yeah.
if you guys put in the group chat, sometimes even though you ask question, but we're not, because so many people are talking, it will become, you just disappeared. We can't see. So whenever that you want to definitely get us attention, you want to put under that Q&A thread.
And Brent, there are some more questions that came up for you from Barb. Is there a
Yes.
diet? I should stick? So are you seeing those? Make sure
Yep.
that you save the chat. You all know how to do that, right? How to save the chat. You go to the 3 dots down below and what comes up is save chat. You click on that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that would be pretty. I think we got quite a few questions for Brent. How do we turn that into the headlines? The simplest way for you to move every day is, right? If we're gonna follow that same formula for you, the simplest 5 movements that you can do a day, or the most effective way to keep you healthy, to prevent next growth is blah blah blah, something in that nature, or whatever the people are putting here. So besides walking, so yeah, the simple.
May I suggest something?
Yes.
Okay, what I want to suggest is I have a wonderful place that you can go test your headlines. May I put that in the chat for people?
Yeah. Can we actually just do that after? So
Sure.
it's in the middle of it. Yeah. So basically, you want to put the simplest a movement that you can do besides walking. That could potentially be your headline. It's kind of confused. Oh, besides walking, what else I can do, right? So that's what you want to get people to that would become your eye catcher. Pretty much your headline is to catch people in the eye so they can stop scrolling. So that could be one of those. So whatever the people that have put it in the chat as a question, then you can turn that into the simplest way to do what and the most effective way to do what, and then that you can help fill in the blank of those questions that people just ask you. Turn that into the question. And I know last part, I know we're a little bit over on time, but I promise that will be will be quick. Is I want to share with you how do you store your content. Okay, so tell me how many of you are in a group with your accountability partner. You guys have developed a group, right? Aiden have helped you guys out. I see 2 hands, 3 hands. Okay, everybody. Barb, yes. Seema, yes. You have a group with your accountability partner? Okay, good. And Magda, yes, too, right? Okay, great. Perfect. So I want you to utilize that group. So if you have a group for the accountability partner, then this is the time I want you to use. I'm going to pull out my demo group for you guys. So I'm going to share that really quick now. So this is probably going to take 5 minutes or so. If I don't have interruption, hold your question to the end, okay? So that way I can get this through. So I create a demo group. You don't need to create this. I just want to know, do not create another group. Use the accountability private group you already have. All you have to do is you can create a guides. You can go under your guides. If you guys haven't created guides yet, make sure you can go to either the today at 12 or tomorrow at 4:30 at Patty's session, how to create guides in the group. So this is what I want you guys to store everything in your guides. So as you can see, I'll show to you how do I create this really quick, and then, but I already have it created and organized in the way so you understand. Pretending this is the week I'm starting my marketing content, and then this is marketing campaign calendar is optional. It's either you have a different system where you know it's time for you to post or not. That's optional. I'm not going to show it to you because I don't want to confuse you. But if you want to have everything stored and understand when to post at where, this is how I organize it. So I organized on today, yesterday was February 20th. I post, and this is the educational post where I post on my profile. You guys able to see? Oh, I need to zoom in bigger. Okay, great. And then like today is 21st. I come to this group and I know today is February 21st. And then this is going to be emotional post. And where I post in my group. So as you can see, I'm doing a rotation, profile, group, Facebook story. And then I do group, profile, Facebook story. And then I want to have an opportunity in the week to follow up with people on the messenger. Okay, as you can see, my strategy, this is what we're going to share with you guys later on in the session. Why we have you guys post like this. It will determine where your ideal clients hang out. But just for now, this is just share with you, this is the strategy. As you can see, I do a combination of image with a text, short and as a quote, like you guys have seen in our growth work. You can be a form of quote, text, and then I'll go down a little bit more. And then you can see this is another. This is where I put in a story. Story doesn't have a whole lot of room, so you can basically doing something. This is for me to remind myself what I'm trying to say here. But this is exactly what you post. You can even remind yourself this post will have a music or whatever, but you don't have to. I know this will be too much at this moment in time. I just want to share with you, this is exactly how you remind yourself. This is Facebook story and what this is for. And then as you can see, you already have those texts ready to go. And then by the time comes, you just come here, 3 dots, edit a post, copy. And you post whatever you want to post it at. Let's say profile, and that's where I'm gonna grab another tab and I'm gonna post on the profile. So that's how exactly you can organize all your content in one spot. You got image, you got video, you got a combination of video, image, and text. So that is how you do that. And then how do you create, say if you don't have any guides created in your accountability partners group, you just come here, create guides. And I'm going to say, I'll just look at one of you. Okay, Mac does marketing campaign. Well, you can just say marketing content. And he's safe. So now guide 3 is Magda. And I'm going to, then of course you can create a post from here, or you can create a post. You guys all know how to create a post. So I'm just saying Mac does content post number 1. And I'm assuming this is, say if this is, so the text post, I'm just assuming this is the post I'm going to post. I'm just going to make this an example. So now it's right here, right? So how do I put that in my own guides? You click 3 dots here, add post to the guides. And then this is Magda's post. And then you can do exactly the same thing. So this is going to go out today. So it's going to be 21, 23. So this is going to be, what? Entertain. And you're going to post where? Public, the profile. That makes sense? And now we can see under guides, Magda's post, it's organized under guide 3. All right, so that is how you organize your content. I just want to make sure, is that clear for you, everyone?
Oh, sorry. We don't have, like, I thought you meant group. We don't have any kind of page so this is something we have to set up, I guess,
So you guys don't have a private group, just you and your.
And not a page, no, a private group page, no.
Okay, so when you guys checked in, do you guys checked in on Messenger, Zoom? how do you guys checked in?
Well, we haven't had much. We're having a meeting today, but it's been really hard to get everybody together. So
Okay.
Who's your team leader?
In my group, we are meeting, once a week and we communicate through Messenger, but I just message, my group and I will set up the group today afternoon.
I would encourage you guys to set up a group. So if you haven't done so, set up a group. Just like how I have set up a group here. So assuming I have Lucy in my group, so once I set up this group, then I can invite in Lucy. I just give in her link, the group link. Hold on, let me get out of here. So I can just give this group link to Lucy, copy it, and then send it to the messenger. Say, okay, this is the, or you can even come here to invite member. When you just create this group, and then just type their name and click invite. And then just let them come in to join the group. But if I were you, I will have this set up because my computer is loading really slow on the share screen. But yeah, if you haven't done so, this will be the time.
Okay.
Okay, and if I go in too fast on what I just shared, come to the Q&A.
And you can also go over what we've done because I have the stamp timing, so you can
Yes.
go over that. And
The
slow it
Lucy
down.
will, go over, put in the timestamp on this particular part, and you
Right.
can just always review this part as well.
Right.
Sounds good?
Mhm.
And I saw Jojo, you have hands up, or was it?
Yeah, I learned that from you last year, and I created a group for myself.
Great. Either way, that's perfectly fine.
Okay,
Yeah, so
I have one question. Do you think, or with what is going on now with the Facebook, do you think that the number of groups will be limited by payments or what? Do you have any idea what is going to happen?
what is going to happen?
Well, they are already testing Australia and New Zealand are paying for Facebook.
Or paying Facebook.
Yeah, that's what
I-
I'm asking. If the account will be limited, that on one name you can have a one group. If you have heard anything or read anything about that.
Okay, so I haven't heard that in US, that's for sure. But if that's the case, then yeah, if they limiting, so what
I
is
don't
the
know, but what is happening at the moment is New Zealand already started. New Zealand, Australia, they already started the testing there as a testing ground, and the payment is about $8 for Windows and about $14 for Apple.
But this would be for the profile, right? But we're talking about private groups.
Yeah, I know, but it is obviously for the profile. But I was wondering, like, I have at the moment about 3 groups because if there will be, if you know anything, in any details, if there will be like limitation or there will be extra payments or whatever they are planning.
that's when it comes down to that, always the plan B. I only show you guys the Facebook group one. There's 2 other ways that Mike have shared in the past. You guys from returning clients, there's 2 other ways. We don't show with you guys right now because we know we have new people in this launch lab, and I know Lucy have shared this feedback with us. The more option you give it to them, more confusing they get. So
Yes.
the reason why I only say Facebook group right now is because a lot of your mic can only contain one option. So if you say this option is started to limit it in your country or your area, then let's talk in Q&A or in private messenger. We'll give you plan B. That is completely that's completely fine. This is not they turn into pay. We don't have place to store. We still have Google. We have Google Drive, right? We know where to store. We got YouTube. We have there's plenty of place that we can be resourceful. We can store our content, so we don't need to rely on Facebook or other outside limitation. So when they limit us, we pivot. We'll find a solution. Okay.
Thank you, Athena. Well said. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, I know we have said this over and over again. Even though you're learning things in Launch Lab and how to market on social media, but we are in a spiritual growth journey together. As we go at right now we're at what? Step 5. So you're at the second stage of the launch. What happened at stage of launch?
the rocket get really hot. You feel like the shield is about to fall off. And that is completely normal because we're about to sail to the moon. And it will be a little shaky, rocky, and then you feel like the shield's about to fall off. It's completely normal. All you have to do is fasten your seatbelt, hold on tight. We're going to have some turbulence, of course. It's just like any growth journey. Everybody's going to, experience that. So the last thing you want to do is to turn around and go back to Earth, to land. Otherwise, if you decide that journey, you'll never see the beautiful moon. You'll see the space. And that's where the destination is. So right now we're building momentum. So please hold on tight. I know this particular part is going to be overwhelming. And that's why we have coaches. We hold your hands. So don't let go our hands. That's the last thing you want to do is let go of your hands with us, where our team is holding you. But we can't hold you if you don't let us hold you. So you just make sure hold on tight, okay? Sometimes we have to hold the whole entire team. Only thing we can have you grab maybe is our leg because everybody else we're trying to hold. So we just want you to, if you feel a little overwhelmed, they feel like you can't keep up, it's completely normal. All we need to do is help you guys gain clarity. That's exactly it. If you feel a sense of overwhelm, it's just because you lost the focus, you lost the clarity to know which one to prioritize, where to start. There's so much to do, but where to start. The moment you know where to start, then you just tackle one step at a time. Ignore everything else because you know exactly what's a step 1, step 2, and step 3. And we build one brick at a time. We start going back to Tony Robbins' RPM system. This time, he doesn't call it as a time management. Is how do you get your work done through this? What it is you want to accomplish? Why do you want to do it? And then we'll do it. So I know usually there's not a whole lot of people during Thursday Q&A. If you want me to help you go through that part of the process, I know some of you already caught that and think it would be a great time for hot seat coaching, like Esmeralda already. Oh, people are kind of already chilling, late evening, so they don't usually come. And then if you happen to be with me at that time, then you might just get help by me of going through this part of the process, because this part of the process become really crucial moving forward, because you will start feeling there's a lot more to do, but they are not. It's a lot more is running back and forth here. It's the same 3 things that you haven't run millions times. I just need to help you narrow down one so you can stop spinning. That's really all that is. So if you want just to help gain clarity, I will be here to help you gain clarity. And then we'll just find out one thing to start. And then we'll eliminate everything else for now. Trusting the process. We've been there. I have been overwhelmed too. I cried through the process and I still pushing through, and I write it down and I just keep going. I've been in you guys' shoes before. I cry through those moments. So just trust us. We're here to help you, okay? Love you guys. You're doing great.
Thank you, Athena.
All right, I'm gonna stop the live stream so people can start seeing the craziness here.